Broiled asparagus in Instant Pot's Vortex Plus 10-quart air frying oven. They've got a few instructions in their manual here that we're going to go by, and I've got a really simple recipe that we've used here for years, and it works great. And we're fixing to see how it does. You know what? We might even do some toast, and this is just kind of a review and a test to see how it does. Well, asparagus on broil, because I had a question on the broil feature tonight, and we'll see how it does toast too. So, I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. So y'all hold on just a second. We're going to get this show on the road and get this started. Be right back. Okay, so as far as our recipe, if you want to use it, is what I normally do is buy smaller asparagus, kind of thinner, and then I trim off the rough, about that much of the end. And actually, I just did this to kind of fit this tray, and I don't overcrowd whatever I'm cooking it in. Next, I take these out. I'm going to put them right here. I'm going to coat them. I use avocado. You can use olive oil or whatever you want. And because this is just a small amount of asparagus, I'm going to only use the juice of half of this lemon. And then I'll just put a little bit of salt on them. And just to taste, some Parmesan cheese. Just shake it on there, and then I'm going to mix all that up, put them back on this tray, and then we're going to get the Vortex heated up, and it calls for right here to broil or bake. We're going to use broil for 7 to 9 minutes at 370 degrees, and I guess you could use a rotisserie basket, but I'm not. I'm going to use a cooking tray because I'm kind of anxious, and like I said, someone had questioned the broil feature on it. So we're going to use the broil feature and see how it does. So y'all hold up, I'll get that done and be right back. Okay, so one thing I've already ran into a little bit is, as you can see, it says asparagus, and I've already showed it to you, broil/bake for 7 to 9 minutes at 370. Well, I'm using a broil feature. Well, the thing about broil is it won't let you adjust the temp. It is set to 400. So in fact, it wants 7 to 9, so we're going to set it for 8 minutes, and I'm going to hit start and let it start preheating while I mix the stuff I talked about onto the asparagus and get it on this tray. Be right back. One thing to show you right quick is there's how I do it. That's about how much Parmesan I put on it, and I'm going to let it sit there until this is ready, and then I'll throw that on this tray and get it in there right quick. Okay, so I just put it on the tray, and it says add food, so we are ready to do that, and it called for the middle rack. So we're going into the middle rack, which is right below the rotisserie. All we got to do is close it back, and it starts up. We'll turn the light on, and we'll see what it looks like in just a minute. Now hold up. And it's at 3 minutes. I did want to clarify, it says cooking tray middle, or cooking tray in middle, so that's what I meant by, and that's why I placed it in that middle rack. So this should be switching to 2 minutes right now, and if it doesn't, honestly, it's going to be close enough. There it goes. So we're going to pull it out, and I'm going to just kind of shuffle them around a little bit because they look like they're browning, and it won't be perfect. I'm not even trying to make perfect. In fact, I did not mean for that to start back up, but it did because I had to close that door. So we're gonna, it's no big deal. I can add time. Well, that's hot. But what we're gonna do is get these just a little bit further. They're doing a little different than they do in our oven, but they look fantastic. I'm gonna let them finish out the time that's on there just to see how they do, and so everybody will know. We're going to turn them around too while we're doing it. So, there we go. Close the lid back. It's back to running. So, like a minute and a half. Be right back. Okay. Coming up on 3 or 4 seconds. Now, it may go into a little cool down feature, but it should only take a second. I'm not even sure if it hurts to open them. In fact, I'm not going to wait much longer. Let's see. I will. Y'all hold up. There we go. I knew it wouldn't be long. All right, let's see. I'll close that back and then slide this up where you can see it. And then we're going to let that cool down just a little bit. And we're going to put it on a plate. So I'll be right back. Y'all hold up. Okay, so just so you can see how it looks coming off of the tray. I mean, it looks all right. I mean, it's different than grilled and a little different than the oven. There's a lot of air moving in there, but I promise you that'll be good. And the broil feature, it worked all right. I don't have a problem with it. So anyhow, we're gonna try some toast. I've got some bread out, and but that's, in other words, here's what they called for: 8 minutes. Now they didn't say what to put on them, but they said 8 minutes. No, they said 7 to 9. So there's what 7 to 9 on the broil feature does. So now you know, and I will get some toast started. Y'all hold up. Okay, so right quick, and I mentioned toast at the beginning, and that's because if you ask me, and if it's going to sit on my counter, you know, it's going to have to do toast. But what I'm saying is they don't mention it. They don't advertise it as a toaster oven. They advertise it as an air frying oven. You can't even find a button that says toast. You can't find anything in their manual that says toast. But here's what I've found that works fine for me. Now, of course, you'll have to add or take away time, but I like a light brown toast, and you're fixing to see what 2 minutes on broil does. Now, I haven't tried any of the other settings, but 2 minutes on broil. Now, let it preheat, and then you put it in, set it for 2 minutes, and just like this right here. I'm going to set it for 2 minutes like it is, hit start. Obviously, you already know this, but it comes up to temp and it says add food, and we're going to put these 2 slices of toast in, and I'll show you what it does. And it's perfect if you ask me, or close. It's really close. Okay, so it has preheated. It says add food. What I'm going to do is open it up, put it in there and line it up best you can. Close it back. It starts automatically. And okay, so just to mention it, at 30 seconds, the light comes on and you can look in and see your toast. But if you can see, that right there is pretty close to what I want for toast. Now, I know you might like yours a little more, and one issue is you can't set half minutes or anything other than whole minutes. So you got to do a 2 minute or a 3 minute. I wouldn't think one would be enough, but I'll show you right here. You have to be obviously careful. And I'm trying to be. And I could have slid that out easier. It's a little easier than I'm making it look. I'm kind of trying to be in a hurry, but you just slide it out, and then you just get your toast off of there. So, get this out of the way. Hang on just a second. I'll slide that up so the camera can see it a little better. I was trying to get it closer where you could see in there. But you can see both sides. Now, they're not even. They're not like my, there's no doubt. They're not like my Breville. But it'll do. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than my Breville. Not knocking my Breville, I love it. But that right there, for 2 minutes, luckily 2 minutes is perfect for me. Like I said, you couldn't go to 2.5. You got to go 2 or 3, or stand here and open it. That'd be your choice. But you can hear and see how well it holds up to a butter knife. But anyhow, now you know, and that's my final review for a while. I mean, not that I'm not going to do. Somebody asked me, Vita Z gal asked me if was this the only one I was going to do. No, I'm going to do more on it eventually, but not like I have in the last 2 or 3 days. I'm just it's brand new, so I'm trying to get everything I can get done with it. And that's why I was trying to put the toast in tonight, because the asparagus was, if you ask me, it was really close. And if you want to change somebody's opinion on asparagus, put some lemon juice and Parmesan and salt on it. And I don't care how you cook it. It makes it really good. I ate that whole plate in no time. That's why it's not sitting here anymore. It's a really, really good way to cook asparagus. So I'm going to end this up right quick. I mean, I can show you, or I can cut it, or I can try bite it, but I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with that toast. It'll work. And if you're replacing a toaster oven, and a lot of people are, they replace their toaster oven with an air frying oven. Makes sense. You can get by with it, in other words. Anyhow, thanks for watching my video. I'll put stuff up on both sides where y'all can subscribe by touching my big head over here, or watch one of my videos over here. I really do appreciate you watching my videos, and y'all come back to see me, and y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.